There are roughly 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. Yet every time we listen for a signal from the void, we hear absolutely nothing. You are sitting on a rock hurtling through a vast, silent ocean, and that silence should terrify you. Our Milky Way alone contains over 100 billion stars. Astronomers now know that most of those stars have planets. Many of them are just like Earth, rocky, warm, and covered in liquid water. Given the sheer scale of the cosmos, life shouldn't just be possible. It should be everywhere. It should be loud. So why is the universe completely dead? In 1950, physicist Enrico Fermi was walking to lunch. He looked up at the sky and asked a simple question: where is everybody? This became known as the Fermi Paradox. It is the most terrifying contradiction in science, because the math says we should not be alone, but our telescopes say otherwise. We have pointed massive radio dishes at the stars for decades. We listen for a hum, a beep, a mathematical pattern. Anything that proves another intelligence is out there. We find nothing, only the static of dying stars. To understand why this is a problem, look at time. The universe is nearly 14 billion years old. Our solar system is only 4.5 billion years old. That means there were billions of years for other civilizations to rise, long before Earth even formed a solid crust. Imagine an alien species just 1 million years older than us. 1 million years of technological progress. They would have mastered interstellar travel. They would have built megastructures around their stars. We would see their glowing heat signatures in our telescopes. We would see the shadow of their galactic empires. But the sky is empty. The sky is dark, and the sky is completely silent. Are we fundamentally misunderstanding the nature of life? In 1996, an economist named Robin Hanson proposed a solution. He called it the Great Filter. It is an idea that keeps astronomers awake at night. The theory suggests there is a massive evolutionary roadblock, a barrier so difficult to cross that almost zero species ever make it to the other side. Every civilization hits this wall, and every civilization dies. The filter is absolute. The filter is deadly. And it explains the silent sky. But the real nightmare hides in a single question. Where is the filter located? There are only 2 possible answers, and one of them means we are already doomed. Scenario 1. The filter is behind us. This is the optimistic scenario. It means the spark of life itself is an impossible fluke. Maybe single-celled organisms are common, but the jump to complex, multicellular life is a mathematical miracle. We know this happened on Earth. 2 billion years ago, one cell swallowed another. They didn't destroy each other, they merged to create the first complex cell. Biologists believe this was a freak accident. If this rare event is the Great Filter, then we have already won the cosmic lottery. We survived the impossible. We are the first. We are the only ones. The universe is our empty inheritance. But there is a second scenario, and it is much darker. Scenario 2. The filter is ahead of us. This means life is common. Intelligence is common. Civilizations rise up on thousands of worlds. They build cities. They discover mathematics. They split the atom. And then they hit the filter. Something always wipes them out. Something always stops them from colonizing the stars. It happens every single time. What kind of barrier could destroy every advanced species? Perhaps it is a natural law we cannot escape. All intelligent life discovers nuclear physics. But the wisdom to survive it never develops. We annihilate ourselves in nuclear fire. Or perhaps it is a technological trap. We invent artificial intelligence, a superintelligence that immediately calculates we are a threat and quietly deletes us from the planet. Or maybe the filter is ecological. We consume our home world, we burn our atmosphere for cheap energy, and we choke on the fumes of our own progress. The ruins of a billion empires could be floating in the dark, dead civilizations that thought they were special, just like we do. Have you ever wondered why we search so desperately for life on Mars? We send rovers to dig into the red dust. We look for frozen microbes under the ice. If we find ancient life on Mars, it would be a disaster, because it means life starts easily. It means the great filter is not behind us. If we find complex fossils on Mars, it is a death sentence for humanity. It means the wall is waiting in our future. Philosopher Nick Bostrom puts it bluntly: no news is good news. A silent universe is a safe universe. Every empty rock we scan is a victory. It pushes the filter further into the past. But the silence also breeds a deep, existential loneliness. We are screaming into the void, waiting for a voice to echo back, to tell us we are not an accident, to tell us we matter. But maybe we shouldn't be shouting. Some scientists warn against sending messages into space. They call it the dark forest hypothesis. Imagine a vast, pitch-black forest at night. It is dead silent, but it is full of armed hunters. Every hunter is creeping through the trees, trying not to make a sound, because they know other hunters are out there. If a hunter suddenly hears a voice shouting in the dark, they don't wave hello, they fire their weapon. Because in a universe of scarce resources, the only safe response to the unknown is destruction. If the dark forest is real, the aliens aren't dead, they are just hiding. And we are the fools broadcasting our coordinates. So tonight, look up at the stars. Look at the vast, terrifying silence. It means one of two things. Either we are entirely alone, entirely fragile, and holding the only candle in the dark, or we are not alone, and something is out there, listening in the dark.